Hi there. If you're like me, in the past years, you've become so disillusioned, so worn out, so weary from your regular makeup routine. I'm going to show you what my makeup routine was for several years. A tinted sunscreen and this blush that I applied with this tiny little brush. Powder blush, tiny little brush, and tinted sunscreen. A little bit of eyeshadow, a little mascara, that was it. I could never find anything that I liked until I found my Seint 3D Cream Foundation. These shades are what has made a difference in my makeup routine. Nourishing for my skin, the cream foundations are perfect for mature skin, they're perfect for oily skin, they're perfect for dry skin, they're perfect for young skin. All around very good products. And what I love about them is most foundations that are liquid foundations, you just put the same shade all over your face. Well, if you come in and you look closely at your skin, you have different shades of skin. It's not all the same because we're not flat, we are dimensional. And that is what we call this 3D foundation because we are 3D. I'm going to just apply certain shades in certain areas to give more emphasis and chisel out my face and just create more dimension to it, all while nourishing it with all the amazing product ingredients that's in this 3D foundation. So the first thing I'm going to do is come in here with my contour shade. And all these shades have been chosen specifically for my complexion, my skin tone. And I can help you, if you so desire, to come up with your very own 3D foundation collection. I'm just going to put I'm contouring now, which means I am coming right below that cheekbone and I'm stippling the product on my cheek. And the reason I'm stippling it on my cheek is because my skin's mature and I don't want to pull and tug at it. And contouring your face doesn't have to be scary. Then I'm just going to come up here on my forehead and I'm just going to stipple some across my forehead, just like this. And then I'm going to come on my jawline and stipple some right on my jawline. And I'm going to come around here. I've got this going on that I don't like. That's what happens when you get 63. You get that extra skin right there. And I'm going to try to hide it some. And then as I put that on, I'm also going to blend it out. And if you notice, I'm trying so hard to use the outer end of my brush because that applies less pressure and less pulling on my delicate, mature skin. And this is the 3D brush. No, it's not. This is the detail brush. I always get my words confused. And then I'm going to gently blend it up because this cream foundation contour has warmed up to my skin, and I'm going to blend it up. And so the reason I'm doing that is because I am chiseling out my cheekbones. If I blended it down, it would bring my cheeks down. But I want to create the illusion of lift on my cheekbones. Just like that. And then I'm just going to come back and just kind of blend this. You can blend it as you go. You can blend it all together in the end, any way you prefer. Now on my nose, to me, it's wide, and I want to create the illusion of a narrower nose. So I'm going to put a little bit of the contour on my ring fingers. And I'm always going to use my ring fingers because they're the weakest rings, they're the weakest fingers on my hand. And then by that, I'm applying less pressure to my face. So I'm just going to come down just like that on my nose and give a little bit to the end, right there. And so this is going to make my nose look narrower, okay? Next, I'm going to come in with my brightening shade, which is White Peach. You can tell these shades are pretty close together, and with my mature skin, I don't want to go too light with my brightening because I don't want it to accentuate and bring out all the fine lines and wrinkles in my face. So I'm going to use this shade, which is called White Peach. If I said Candlelit, that's my bad. It's White Peach. And I'm going to apply it right here in this area. And when you apply it, you want to lightly tap the brush into the cream product. You don't want to swipe it. You just want to tap it into the product. And then I'm going to come right here on the outside of my eye, gently stippling that in. And it's not difficult, it's easy. And when you get there's a little bit of a learning curve for some gals, but once you get the hang of it, it just applies so easily. And I'm just gonna come down here, think of the T-zone, okay, with the brightening shade. I'm gonna come down the top of my nose and then up through here with it. I'm going to hit right there, right at the Cupid's bow, and then right here on my chin. But I'm going to come back here with the wider end of my brush and stipple. Just like that. And then I'm going to take the smaller end of my brush and I'm going to come in right here with my Candlelit. And I'm going to come around my nose. I've got broken capillaries around my nose, so it's a lot right here. Trying to focus in and make sure that's got the coverage on it that I want to make that less visible. Right there. And I'm going to come down through here just a little bit with that. And then I'm going to get the wider end of my brush and gently come under my eyes, always stippling, never pulling at that skin. And it takes very little product to get a good finish on your makeup. Very little product. That's one thing that I love about this. And these products really last me a very long time. Several months. The contour in itself will last you easily a year. Easily. So it's very good to go a long way. And if you wanted to add more dimension right here on your cheeks, right here, you could take the brightening shade and actually come up underneath the contour a little if you want to. See how that makes that contour pop a little more? And then just smooth it out. If you want to do it that way, you can do it that way as well. And since I did it on that side, I'll come back here and do it on this side. And then just come back and blend it. And I also do my Candlelit right here. Just like that. And then I'm going to use this shade, which is Pink Grapefruit. I've kind of gotten stuck on it. I'm going to apply my lip and cheek, which is this, which is our blush. Can be used for your lips, your cheeks. You can even use them as eyeshadows, to highlight around your eyes, anything like that. So they're very, very versatile. I love that about this makeup. And I'm just going to use my ring finger to gently stipple this on, and I'm going to bring the blush up some right here on the side of my eye to give it a little more lift. Because I'm trying to create the illusion of pulling up with my eyes, with, you know, my face to give the visual look that it's coming up. And then you can come back in here with your brush and blend it out if you need to. You can blend it with your fingers, either way. You can actually apply it with the brush. I don't know why, but I just always do it with my fingers. It's all in, you know, your personal preference. And if you get a little bit and you think you've got too much, you can always come back in here with your main shade and tap a little on it to lighten it up if you want to. My skin has a natural little red spot right here, and I like to try to neutralize it, but sometimes it still comes through. Just like that. And then this is the Bella bronzer. This will add some warmth and sun-kissed glow. We actually have 4 bronzers, but this one is pretty universal, and I'm just going to apply a little bit on my throat to kind of warm it up, because my neck is somewhat shadowed by my face. And I don't get out in the sun, but if I want to add just a tiny bit of glow, I'll come in with my Bella bronzer. And I'm just going to hit a few little high points where the sun might hit me with my bronzer, just to warm up my face just a little bit. Not much, just a little. But if you do get out in the sun and you protect your face and don't want the sun hitting your face, you can always fake it with the bronzer, and it's beautiful. So just like that, I've got my face done, and I'm going to come in here and line my lips. This is just a stick liner I have, pencil liner. And I always line from the outside in. And I scratched myself right there this morning. Just giving my lips a little definition. And then I'm going to come back in here and fill in my lips. I think I'm going to go back with my favorites, which is Saffron and La Cienega. I'm going to come in with the Saffron and then do the La Cienega on the top. And it just takes a tiny little bit on my finger that I fill in. Then I'll come back in with the La Cienega on top. And there I have my makeup done. Feels so good. It finishes like velvet. It's wonderful for my skin. It nourishes it. It becomes like a second layer of skin. It doesn't just sit on top of my skin. It is amazing. So if you have any questions about it, be sure and let me know, and I will help you out.